everybody. Welcome to episode 258 of a Wrestling Gal podcast, providing you with the female perspective on all things wrestling. Join me, your host and wrestling enthusiast, Ella Jaye. As today, we are here to celebrate the 3-year anniversary of A Wrestling Gal since the very beginning of its inception in 2019 and the beginning of my ventures in pro wrestling media. And I am not alone here today. Of course, I am joined by my good friends Emily, Chris, Jose, Jen, and Laura, here to bring you a different kind of episode of A Wrestling Gal. We could call it kind of a game show, the voting game. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. So, without further ado, let's chat to 3 years of A Wrestling Gal. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 3-year anniversary show of A Wrestling Gal podcast. And today, I am not alone. I am here for a very special edition, something I've never done before. It's kind of a little bit of a game show here today. Of course, we've got the Riddle squad. We've got some familiar faces, and of course, the debut of a couple new faces as well. To my right would be Emily Jaye. You've seen her before a few months ago. She's a pro wrestler in training right now. Of course, we also have the lovely Chris Riddle, the leader of the Riddle squad. Of course, if you saw me in Dallas, I was not alone. I was with my partner in crime, Jose, at Jose Can You See on Twitch and all that good stuff. Of course, we've also got Jen, aka PocketVolcano, and of course, we've got the lovely Lora Lyons, aka Anime. So, of course, we'll have everybody's links in their descriptions down below. You should all drop them a follow. Today, we've got a bit of a fun episode, guys, I would say, right?
Complete chaos. Organized chaos.
It's gonna kind of be like the voting game, aka like superlatives with wrestlers as the answers. So I don't know what we would title this episode of the wrestling squad superlatives. I don't know. We'll come up with it down below. I might go to the Twitter comments too. But basically, I came up with 40 prompts, which are most likely twos, the best, least likely twos, superlatives. Basically, we're all just going to be answering the fill in the blank questions, and then we're going to kind of debate and decide or who gets the most votes and kind of have a debate on who fits the category the best. It's kind of like a game show, but with professional wrestling. So I think it's going to be a fun time. So does everybody understand?
Oh, yeah.
I understand as much as I understand anything.
And again, too, before we get started, thank you so much to everybody who has supported me and A Wrestling Gal throughout the last 3 years. Sincerely, like, it's absolutely wild that this is the 3-year anniversary show. It feels like just yesterday I was starting this out. I had no idea what I was doing, and I still don't half the time, but I'm so glad to have met so many amazing people along the way, like the Riddle squad here today, aka former Raw Tag Team Champion Riddle is here.
Stop it! How dare you? How dare you?
But yeah, we're just gonna get started here today. Like I said, I have 40 prompts. They have no idea what the prompts are, only I do. So I'm gonna have everybody go around, not including myself, picking a number 1 through 40, and we'll go from there. We'll write down our answers on our notes app or pen and paper, and then we'll go one by one sharing our answers. Well, then we'll kind of have a little debate and discussion. Could get heated, could not. Maybe we'll all have the same answer. I highly doubt that, but we'll see what happens. And in the end, we're going to decide on who we think fits the category. Again, all our answers will be professional wrestlers. So, Emily, we'll start with you since you're on my screen, the first clockwise. So pick a number 1 through 40.
11.
11. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Why are you laughing?
Kind of funny. So the first
question,
prompt,
and she's already laughing.
the first prompt: who is most likely to become a motivational speaker? Which professional wrestler of the past or today do you think would most likely become a motivational speaker?
Can we go from experience?
It's already fantastic. Oh,
I really hope spelling don't count because I can't spell. Sorry to any wrestler I misspelled their name.
Some of these, I honestly don't know. As putting these together, I was like, oh, I thought of so and so like right away. Some of these though, I have no idea. So I'm gonna be thinking of a bunch of these on the spot. But I have my answer. When you have your answer locked in, obviously we can see Laura's in the chat here. When you have your answer locked in, put your thumb up. Okay, well, since we can already see Laura's answer, for those who are watching on YouTube or on Spotify or anywhere else you can get your video format here, Lora Lyons, aka Anna May, has said The Undertaker would be the most likely to be a motivational speaker. Now, Jen has an interesting reaction to that. Jen, can you please share your answer?
I'm just thinking about his Hall of Fame.
I know, that's what
I'm gone.
Absolutely.
I can picture him in front of one of those mega churches, just out there about chili and beans, whatever it was.
Chili and beans.
Chili and beans.
Chili's beans.
Jillian Hall. What? What is he? Oh, rice and beans. Come on, that's what you're thinking of. That's what you're thinking of. Now, does he come with the Britney headset? Is the question.
Now we'll get to the discussions in a moment.
Okay.
Jen, who have you selected as your answer?
I kind of struggle with this, but I ended up going with MVP.
Oh,
okay.
that's a good
MVP
one.
talks for, obviously, he's a big talking piece for Omos, obviously for Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Business. I can see that. Okay. Jose, we'll kind of go counterclockwise my way. Okay.
So the person
I already
that
know what his
chose,
answer is.
So the person I chose has actually had some experience in the speaking realm. Has been featured on a TED series. Former WWE Women's Champion Candice Michelle.
Oh, see, I didn't even know this.
Yes. It's definitely a 12-minute watch if anyone has not seen it yet.
Okay.
Yes.
The more you know here on the Wrestling Gala Anniversary Show. Chris Riddle, please share with the class.
Well, I also went with the queen of the spinning clothesline and jumping off of a chair on a TED Talk, Candice Michelle.
Okay, we've got two Candice Michelles, one Undertaker, and
What a
one
combination!
MVP so
What
far.
a crew!
Now, Emily, please share your answer.
I feel so dumb now. I put Titus O'Neil.
I
We
mean,
got it, yeah.
he
That
does
was
a
the
lot.
right answer.
Yeah.
He does a lot of speaking for Be a Star, and I mean, he's done a lot of philanthropy and stuff because he definitely has an interesting story as well. I said somebody who's been, I think, very well on the mic. I said Stokely Hathaway.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously we have two Candice Michelles though. So
No.
I mean,
But I would vote for Stokely Hathaway.
Stokely.
I
Yeah.
would easily vote for Stokely Hathaway.
I think I just think he's amazing on the mic. When he's on the mic, people listen to him. He has such a confidence and a poise in a way with words. And obviously, I think he obviously has his own story that I think would be very, very motivational. I think. I don't know.
I as soon as I saw that, I changed my answer to Stokely.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So are we kind of, well, that was pretty easy.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was a non-confrontational one.
Okay. So are we all, well, I guess our final answer then is Stokely Hathaway is most likely to be a motivational speaker.
I would say
favor
so.
of it.
Okay.
I would give runner-up space though, the MVP, just because of his personal story.
Yeah.
That's valid too.
Where he's been, where he's come from, and what he is now. So
Absolutely agree. I think they would both be great motivational speakers. And let us know in the comments down below, who do you, again, on all these questions, let us know your answers. Or of course, I'll be posting on Twitter. So let us know down below who you think would be the best fit for a motivational speaker, who could duel as a professional wrestler and a motivational speaker. But moving on, Chris Riddle, you now have the power. Pick a number 1 through 40, excluding number 11.
I am going with Lucky 13.
Bitch, you stole my number.
13's my number too.
And I stole your heart too, so
I was getting ready to say 13. Can you imagine?
So this one, there could be a lot of options. So number 13 is most likely to be a world champion in 2023.
And then,
Anyone
like,
is
to clarify,
wrestling?
do we mean like world championships for like a televised promotion? So like
I would say
Impact, AEW, WWE, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I would say within the GCW, Impact, Ring of Honor, AEW, WWE, like Stardom, New Japan realm.
Okay. Ooh, damn! I have two.
So
that I'm
all
between.
women's wrestling.
No.
If we're
For the-
debating, can I technically write down two?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I want to say somebody, but I think they're leaving the company soon.
Oh,
Oh, not who you're thinking, though.
oh no! I know that. I'm just.
Oh, I forgot to
I'm just gonna say it anyways. I'm gonna say it anyways. Yeah. Okay, I got my answer.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
Okay. Everybody's got their answer then. Okay, we'll start the other way this time. Well, that would be me then. I said Io Shirai, whether that's on the main roster for WWE if she decides to stay, or if she returns to Stardom and recaptures the World Stardom Championship. I mean, I could see her doing either, whatever avenue she goes, and kind of hope she does too. Emily, who do you got?
I have Tiffany Stratton.
Okay.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
loving her. I love her energy. I love her character. I'm just excited to see what she'll be in NXT 2.0.
I feel like she's underrated. Like I've been impressed with her, like her athletic abilities, even just from
So good.
clips. Oh my god, yeah. Chris.
I said Ruby Soho, and it better be either 2022 or 2023 because it is damn past time that woman holds a world championship.
Absolutely.
Absolutely agreed. Jose?
So I have two people. I actually have a male wrestler and a women's wrestler. For the male wrestler, it's someone who's been a champion locally, champion at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, but in AEW, he's yet to be world champion. I said Daniel Garcia, Red Death, who's been having like banger after banger. But on the women's side of things, someone, again, who I feel like is also long overdue, I said Chris Statlander.
Agreed. Oh, those are good options. Those are good options. Of course, repping our local boy, Daniel, too. Jen, PocketVolcano, who you got for us?
I also picked two. One of them has had a title, but not a world title. The one who hasn't said Ruby Soho, so she's long overdue. But the other one I put was Zelina Vega.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah.
First ever Queen's Crown winner. Obviously, former women's tag team champion. She's been on Raw, but not doing much, unfortunately. But and of course, Lora Lyons in the chat has said Chelsea Green, which I absolutely agree with because Chelsea has been back for over a year now, but she hasn't really tasted much gold, if any at all.
Right.
And maybe she'll turn that around either later this year or in 2023. I think we all have good picks. If Ruby Soho's name came up the most, that's one I can agree with.
I can definitely agree with Ruby.
I'll leave the floor open for debate. What's everybody thinking?
I feel like we all picked good.
I know.
I know. Nobody picked a bad one.
But I would say like definitely being like vastly overdue, regardless of where they've been.
Yeah.
Ruby Soho does stand out to me as
I agree with that.
Choice.
Yeah, me too.
I agree with that too. Chris?
Well, I said her, so.
Okay, fair. I think
you will not get an argument out of me or Jen on that one.
I think Chelsea Green is a good runner-up option too because she's been doing a lot, but she hasn't tasted that gold yet. But Ruby Soho for sure. I mean, obviously she never won any gold in WWE, unfortunately, and she's now in AEW. She's been close so many times for the AEW Women's World Championship against Britt Baker, and then obviously against Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship, but she's fallen short. So Ruby Soho, we're rooting for you, girl. 2023 world champion for Ruby Soho. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I absolutely agree with that. Jose, you are next. Pick a number besides 11 and 13 between 1 and 40.
I'm going to go with my personal lucky number. I'm going to say 26.
Okay, that's my birthday number.
Mine too.
Oh, see, I think this one's a funny one. We are here on a Wrestling Gal podcast, and there's a few wrestlers with their own podcasts. Which wrestler do you think will be the next to start their own podcast?
That hasn't already?
Yes.
Oh, well that.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, this is a good one. Oh. Oh gosh, I'm gonna need a minute to think.
I thought about somebody, but
Now, would it be a podcast that we listen to, or just that they're starting a podcast?
This
I'm
is
sticking with my answer.
I have an answer, but I'm not so sure I want to open up that can of worms.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with one that I want to happen because it'll be entertaining.
Okay. I opened up a can of worms. I'll say that.
Okay, well, I'm going to too.
I opened up a can of worms.
Okay.
Oh god.
I'm gonna go with an answer that I would definitely be on board with
I don't
having
think
a
she
podcast
does.
for.
I don't think who I said has one.
I've got one. It's kind of a deep cut. It won't be a deep cut for most of us, but probably for your listeners it'll be. Hold on.
Dude, I'm terrible at this. I don't. The only podcast I listen to is Chelsea's. So, oh god.
Which wrestler do you think is going to be the next to start their own podcast? We've seen a lot pop up. Like you said, there's been Chelsea Green, obviously Matt Cardona has theirs. I mean, Eric Bishop
Chris
technically is a
Jericho's
wrestler.
been on the air forever.
Yeah, Bradshaw and Funk have theirs.
Gaw TV,
Gaw
the Gawcast.
TV.
Laura was up and then she was down. I don't know if she's still up.
Zoom did that, not me.
Okay.
Okay. You can put your answer in the chat whenever you're ready, Laura. We all have our answers. Okay. We started with me last time. We'll start with Jen this time. I'm interested to know Jen's answer.
I could have gone controversial, but I went with somebody that I think we will all listen to because it'd be funny as fuck. Stokely Hathaway.
Yeah.
Again, another great
Mhm.
answer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The stories and the tea. He's already done comedy and stand-ups twice now, and he's shared some stories. So I feel like there's a lot there.
You got me wanting to change my answer. You know what? We had 2 answers on the last one. I'm going to put 2.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Obviously, in the chat for those, we can see Laura's answer. She has said Impact John Schuyler.
I'd listen.
Yeah.
Probably guest star.
You probably would.
I'm sure
We'd all make a guest
lot
appearance.
of road stories.
Mhm.
I feel like
I'd be
there's
curious
a
to hear
tea
what he
there,
has to
too.
say.
I would. Jose, I'm interested to know your answer.
So my person has been featured on The Bump. He's been doing some recent media stuff with AEW. I said RJ City.
Oh,
yeah.
Does he not have one?
He
doesn't.
He has
And
his YouTube channel. They do like the morning show every
Yeah.
Sunday.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's
but-
like a podcast. I mean,
Yeah.
he's done hosting
True.
stuff like even outside of wrestling too, and he's very, very funny.
That's true. I can get behind an RJ City proper podcast.
It'd be
Okay.
worth it for the Golden Girls references alone.
It would. It would. Chris Riddle,
Okay,
enlighten us.
so I went with an interesting one. So some of you here will appreciate this. So it's somebody that's been in the industry for decades. May not be a huge name, but he is in the Carolina area. I went with local legend, Mr. Number One George South.
Yes.
Sponsored by his water that he sells at his sponsored by his water that he sells at his merch stand at all local indie events. Now, I kind of half said it as a joke for humor, but I think he would have some great stories, Laura. You know, yeah.
He certainly would. And, you know, he had the Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle with Jake Manning on YouTube, which was, you know, interesting to say the least. But when he talks about old road stories and things like that, that's when I think that's where the money is, I think.
But he also likes to yell at fans most of the time. So I feel like a podcast would give him a great opportunity for some humor as well.
Okay.
Hey, Goof.
Hey, Goof.
Okay.
Hey, Goof.
Emily.
So my answer, his wife already has one, but I'd be interested in hearing his version of it. So I put John Moxley.
Oh, he'd give up on
Ooh.
that in 2 weeks. He would.
Yeah, you're right.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I would love it. Don't get me wrong, but he would give up on that in 2 weeks.
I mean, does it have to be like episodic, like on a regular schedule, or just kind of went on a whim?
I'd be like once a month, honestly. I'd be fine with that.
I mean, as someone who's done once a month podcast before and still quit them,
You know what? I can just imagine his podcast being like, there's no introduction, there's no outro. He just like randomly turns on a microphone and starts talking, and he doesn't even know how to hit the record button. Yeah, it's like mother.
All right, now don't come for me because I can legitimately see her starting her own podcast soon. We've seen her on Twitch a bit, and her husband just recently started one too as well. I have two answers, so I should say the first person I thought of though was Rebby Hardy. Because legit, she's been on Twitch. Matt Hardy just started his own with John Alba.
They had us in the first half, not gonna lie.
Listen,
I'm here for that.
Listen, it's just who I think is going to start it. Did I say I would tune into it? No.
The look on Chris Riddle's face is the best thing I've ever
could
seen.
legit see her starting it, and I know a lot of other people would tune in just to see what things she would say.
I would.
Now, the real answer that I think he's actually started one, but he hasn't released it, is Dolph Ziggler. I've seen him in a studio with a microphone. This is like 2 years ago, but he's never released it. I've seen photos of them in the studio. And like Jen said, Stokely is a comedian. Dolph is too as well. So I think it's possible. It's been in the work for a couple of years for him, but so I don't think it would be a shocker if he had one released soon too.
Good one.
Interesting choices.
And these were all good answers. Like, I personally, I can vote Stokely for anything and be perfectly fine with it. So,
yeah,
I'd be willing to give George South runner-up. Like, I would be very curious to see if he would understand how exactly to record said podcast and upload.
Wait a minute, hold on. I think I've got to compromise. What if Mox and George South do a podcast together?
Would it make the air?
Jesus will hear you.
I love Laura's answer. I think the John Schuyler podcast would be amazing.
Are we just gonna have like a 6-way tie here? Like,
aside from Stokely, I love Ella's answer because Rebby is messy.
I do really think she's gonna have one come out soon. Did I say I would tune into it? No, but she's already been kind of on that track, and I feel like she's not afraid to speak her mind.
Her TikTok also is fucking hilarious. So
nice. Matt just started one, and she's been on his Twitch several times. So.
I mean, I'd give her 9 months, but that's just me.
Chris Riddle, you're so funny.
Who was Jose's answer again?
Mine was RJ City.
RJ. Oh, see, that's a good one too, though. Oh,
I
man.
mean, I could say Stokely again. I have no issues with Stokely.
I think this one's gonna be a tie.
I don't have any issues with
George
Stokely.
South and Stokely Hathaway.
And this will be the only time.
That is a good tie. That is a very good tie.
Okay. So George South and Stokely Hathaway, we have in a tie.
Oh my god.
It was worth it for this episode just for that alone.
Jennifer, you are next. Pick a number between 1 and 40 besides 11, 13, and 26.
I will go with the last number in the Royal Rumble, number 30.
Okay. Oh, so see, this is an interesting one. Who is most likely to win a Nobel Prize? Who do you think
What's
is
a Nobel Prize?
So you can win stuff in like math, chemistry, like sciencey stuff. Who do you think would be great at that in real life? Who would win a Nobel Prize?
Are we just gonna gloss over that? Or are we just?
Yeah,
I can.
You just Just wanted to make it's your podcast. I just wanted to make sure.
So it's like an award for like a breakthrough in math, science, or like chemistry, biology,
literature.
So being smart.
Peace.
Essentially, yes.
It's worldwide too. It's like global.
Or like peace, yeah.
Even I'm a wrestler, and we're dumb as hell. So shit. I don't know about this one.
Man, I was really hoping I'd select one like who would be the best one to be a Chippendales model. Damn it.
Listen, I'm trying to not get canceled. That would be for the after show.
Girl.
Oh, there's two of them. No, I'm going to stick with my
He's
initial
smart.
answer. So, who is most likely to win a Nobel Prize? I'm interested to know. Chris Riddle, start us off.
I said, and I know it's difficult to see my screen, so forgive me. Queen Gail Kim Irvine for spearheading the greatest division in professional wrestling, the Impact Wrestling Knockout.
Okay. I guess that would be under peace, maybe. The
Yes,
peace
yes,
category.
yes.
Jose?
Okay, so I went with someone who actually was on track to get their PhD in children's psychology. It would be awesome to pick his brain about something like that. I totally think it's in this realm. I said 2021 King of the Ring, Xavier Woods. Or 22 King of the Ring, my bad. But
Yeah.
No,
I
21. You're right.
also said Xavier Woods, Mr. PhD. Simply for the PhD.
I
Lora
think
Lyons.
he stopped going for it, but yeah.
Oh, Lora Lyons. Tony Schiavone.
Oh, yeah.
Not a wrestler, but
Yeah, he counts.
So good.
Interesting. Jen, enlighten us.
I kind of took this seriously because when you think of Nobel Peace Prize, you think of peace. So I said Mustafa Ali.
Oh, yeah, that's a
yeah.
good one.
great answer.
Could see that.
Genuinely good dude. Just he'd be a good ambassador for anybody that deserves it. WWE doesn't deserve him. So
Now, possibly this answer, I'm interested to know this answer. Emily.
I actually put the same answer as you and Jose. Actually,
Xavier Woods.
don't know how the frick we managed that, but it is Xavier Woods that I wrote down. He just seems like an all-around great guy, and I've heard stories about him, and he's pretty much an all-around great guy. So I think he would be the one.
He's
even though
been
I don't
doing
even know
he's doing a lot with gaming.
Mhm.
Obviously, he has a great educational background himself, and he does a lot for the community. So, I mean the numbers have spoken, I think, but also Mustafa Ali, I think, is a great
I feel
option
like
as
it's
well.
between those two,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was all having a tie.
So, I feel like numbers wise, obviously, we've said Xavier Woods, but Mustafa Ali, I think, could also win 1-2 as well.
Yeah.
Now that was number
also,
two.
I can't believe none of us brought up as a motivational speaker Big E.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I
yeah.
can't believe none of us did.
Oh, that's true.
See, when
I
you
know.
say motivational Big E, I think about the story in the podcast of him being a youth pastor and falling out.
Oh,
And then Kofi's impression of young Big E trying to do the New Day.
Oh,
people do.
Lora Lyons, it is your turn to pick a number between 1 and 40 that is not 11, 13, 26, or 30.
I'm gonna go with 40.
40. Okay. This one's funny because this is something I relate to, and I already know my answer to this. Who do you think has the most photos and videos in their camera roll? Which
I can think of someone instantly.
of themselves
I
or
think-
just in general?
I think we might all be thinking of the same person.
Probably not.
Of themselves or somebody else, or
No, just in general. Who do you
Yes.
think has the
Oh.
most photos and videos in their camera roll?
Oh,
I'm very
Like, my
guilty of
answer-
this. I have
My
so
answer
many.
is not going to match anyone's. I feel
And you
like
can't put
that.
yourself, Emily.
7,000.
I'm not putting myself.
I have over 30,000. It's really bad.
Ooh.
did you say? I'm sorry. Did you say we're 30,000?
Yes. Do you know how?
Oh,
It's because it's like 7+ years old, and I don't have time to go through and delete all that shit.
I have like 100,000 emails, but I only have a
Oh, I
couple
got a lot of
hundred
emails, too.
photos.
I don't feel bad for having 3,000 pictures anymore.
Nope. I have tens of thousands. Oh, Jose has his thumb up. Laura, do you have your answer?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, we'll have you share first in the chat. Oh, that's a good one. Dolph Ziggler. He shares a lot of photos on his Instagram and his Twitter from his
He sure
backyard
does.
a lot in Arizona. I could see that. Yeah, we'll go counterclockwise. Jen, who do you think?
Why she popped into my head, but it was immediate. I said Chelsea Green.
Oh, okay. I mean, Chelsea's got her OnlyFans. She has her Instagram feed. She has her Twitter. She's got everything. Okay, that's a viable option. Jose.
I went with someone who's known for the art of mastering the selfie.
Yes, I already
Um,
know. I have the same answer.
I have 2 words to describe this next person. You guys, Natalia.
Yeah. So when I thought of this question too, immediately, I think Natalia shared too that she had like over 60,000 stuff in her camera roll last year.
totally
So that's
believe
what
it.
made me think of that. So I absolutely said Natalia because she's the master of the Instagram story, the selfie, all of that stuff, accidentally spoiling surprises and all that stuff. We love you,
Just
Natalia.
being an overall queen of life.
Yeah, she really is. So yeah, I put Natalia too as well. Chris, who did you put?
I'm very disappointed that I did not think of Natty in time. And I was going to change my answer before Jose said Natty. I don't like mentioning this person, but
I know where this is going. Okay.
It's literally his gimmick is
Yeah.
Mr. Money in the Crank theory.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fits the category. Emily, you can't put yourself.
I'm not putting myself, but I will put over my
He's a
trainer.
professional wrestler. Yeah.
I'm going to put over my trainer, the OG selfie king, Tyler Breeze.
Okay. Breeze, yeah, Breeze you used to take a lot of those selfies with the selfie stick too as well. Okay.
Yep. Whole
For
freaking gimmick.
For me, I could have it see it being theory. That's his gimmick. Natalia, though, I just feel like it's just.
I think it's Natty. It's
Natalia's
Natty.
a way of life.
It's Natty.
That is a
Natalia.
shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good, because that's a person I thought of when I put this. So
I can't believe that I didn't say Natty.
I mean, as someone who's taken a selfie with Natty too.
Right? Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, right. We'll go again. We'll start over. Emily, pick a number 1 through 40.
3.
3. Okay. So we're going based on people who don't already have one. Which wrestler do you think would make for an interesting reality show?
God.
Out of people who don't already have one.
Don't have one and never had one, right?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Never had one.
Does it
Can
count
have
if they?
appeared?
Does it count if they were part of an ensemble and we're talking about them getting a solo show?
I guess.
Or I think
counts.
just like not at all, like never ever.
Is it okay if they've appeared in like a different?
Yeah. If
Okay.
they've appeared in different ones.
So if they've been a guest, that's fine. But like if they've ever been a star on one, that's totally.
Who do you
different,
think
right?
would be most would make for an interesting reality show? Like whose life would be interesting?
Oh God. Okay.
Damn, I really.
This one I didn't think of.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I was thinking like Big Brother style, not like Ms. and Mrs. Shit.
We've seen Evil Luchasaurus Austin on Big Brother before.
Mhm.
Oh, I was just
Jesse
talking about him the other
Goddard.
day.
Do I still want to pick this?
I don't even know my answer.
Shit. I don't know. I don't think I do, actually.
Okay, I have an answer. It took me a while to think of it, but yeah, I got one.
Oh, you know
Ew,
what?
why do I look like that?
No.
Simply because I think it'd be really interesting. Okay. Laura, do you have your answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
I almost said that.
The podcast would be wonderful, but can you imagine?
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
For
reality-
those who
almost said
can't
that.
see the chat, she said George.
We love the Mid-Atlantic scene. If y'all don't know.
Okay. Jose?
So my option is kind of a proxy joint option, but I would be very fascinated to see what they would bring to the table. I said Bianca Belair and Montez Ford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to see that. Raw Women's
Oh.
Champion. That seemed to have sparked an answer in PocketVolcano. We'll
Yes.
come back to her in a moment. Chris?
Me too.
So I'm kind of cheating because we just talked about her and she's been on Total Divas. But I said Natty, TJ, the cats, and all the hearts.
Oh my God,
Yes.
please.
I would love that.
Yeah, I would be there
Because
for it.
imagine both of them on the road having to deal with the cats at home, her mom, the rest of the crazy
Her
family.
sister balancing her social media career.
With in our truth cameo, being afraid of the cats. We need that too.
Their house parties, like
The Dungeon
come on.
2.0.
Yeah, the dungeon training school. Yeah, balancing it. It's actually, I feel like they should have their own solo show.
I agree with Jenny too. Oh my God, that'd be so fun. Emily, I'm interested to know your answer.
Okay, so for mine, as a girly who does it all, and I want to know what goes on in her life because the girl acts like she never gets sleep, is our SmackDown Women's Champion, Miss Liv Morgan. The girl
that's a
has
good
a
answer, too.
farm. She has a farm. She has her own business. And then she balances being a champion with all of that right now. And I'm just like, girly.
Too.
Oh, period. She is a movie star. I'm excited.
Yeah, mine is kind of similar. Mine does a lot. She's literally like all over the world, everywhere. She just recently got married. She's the hot mess, Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
my
think she would be
God.
very interesting. I feel like
Yes.
she just, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. For me, she just has it for reality TV, and she's a big fan of reality TV too. Before I've spoken with that about her before, I just think she'd be so entertaining. And then Matt, man,
Like
Matt was just
I could already see a whole
The original
episode
YouTuber like
about-
on television. Yeah.
I can already see a whole episode about Matt wanting to buy a prototype for
Yes.
$10,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
like oh, that's a good one.
yeah.
Damn.
Now, Jen, you had your spark in the middle of this. So who did? Oh gosh. Okay, she has a smile. Jen, please share.
I actually thought of two all of a sudden.
Okay.
The first one I thought of was Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Oh god. Yeah.
Can you imagine some of the scenes like transplant what Ms. and Mrs. has done onto Seth and Becky? Like, never mind.
Just for their I just want to see them go shopping. That's all I
Yes.
want to see.
The other though would be Zelina and Malachi.
Ooh.
Because
Ooh.
I would be very interested to see how they make it work with being two different companies, two different schedules, but have that amazing house and like 6 cats. And Zelina doing cosplay. Actually, I think I want that more than Seth and Becky.
I honestly agree with all of these options that we've listed here.
Yeah.
I think Seth and Becky would be entertaining. Natalia and the fucking cats would be amazing. Bianca and Montez would be amazing. Liv has her farm. She's traveling everywhere. She's gonna be a movie star. She's gonna be on a television show soon. And I mean, good old George South.
George is if you know who we're talking about, you're shaking your head.
I just want to
right
know,
now.
like, when they shop the George South series to the different networks at Upfront, and it just ends up going to public access.
No, it's going to RFD TV. I can tell you right now exactly where it's going. It's going to MeTV. It's
Honestly,
going to.
I want somebody to fund all of these reality shows.
This is difficult, but you know what? I will say, as soon as you brought up Chelsea and Matt having their own one, there's like so many possibilities with that, because then you can work in Brian, you can work in Smart Mark, you can work in Deanna, you can work in Hornswalk.
Like, that one kind of wrote itself.
Yeah. I'm going with that one.
Chelsea and Matt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
My favorite hot
I
mess.
do want Natalia and the cats, though, at least from
I
my
mean,
point of view.
yes. Yes.
But also Seth and Becky just going shopping. Like, I just want to see that. And then obviously their parents now. I want to see this too. But okay.
Well, and I really like the Zelina and Alistair one because
same.
of the different company aspect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the odd one out and disagree with you all. I'm gonna stand on Zelina and Malachi.
That's I understand standing on that one. Like, obviously, we need a wrestling gal television network.
Absolutely.
Somebody wants to start the petition. I'm all here for it.
And fund it.
Yeah, exactly. Continuing clockwise, Chris.
Let's do number 21.
21.
You want to play 21?
I feel like this is also one of those obvious answers, So number 21, who is most likely to wrestle until they're 80?
Well,
Damn, I'm torn
Alright.
between two, and I can see
I'm
both of them
not-
doing it.
I think
I'm not.
I'm torn. I have two as well. But there's only one answer, honestly. There's
No,
only
I can
one-
make an argument for both,
Okay.
actually.
Okay. I'm only laughing because it's been a meme. Oh no, I know who you're thinking of. Oh, okay. I think I'm reading your mind, Jose, on the second one. Okay.
Both of my ideas have been mentioned numerous times on
Yeah.
this episode so
Yes.
far.
I can easily see both of them being lifers, although one of mine has not been mentioned at all yet.
Same. So I think, Jose, I think we're on the same wavelength.
I think we are.
I think we are. Jen's just pondering while I all think we're thinking of one of the same answer.
Y'all go ahead then.
Okay, I'm on the count of three. Oh, Laura's delayed though.
Wait, but on the count of three, which one do we say first?
The one that's
the
obvious
woman.
for all
The
of us.
woman.
Oh.
I have two women.
Okay. Well, the answer's Natalia.
I mean,
The
I did have.
The answer is Natalia. Or one of the answers is Natalia. While Jen is still thinking I had Natalia because that's also just been a running meme on like online. That I mean she's been wrestling for like 2 decades now, over 2 decades. She's still really I would say her and Tamina are obviously the longest tenured women back to the Divas division. But I also put Sting, who's in like he's in his 60s.
Oh yeah.
He
Yes.
seems to be not letting up anytime soon. So, Jose, I'm interested to know yours. Obviously, one of them was Natalia.
Yeah, it was, but I'm surprised you didn't say the second one because I honestly just can't see them retiring. Like, as long as there's something for them to do, like, I don't feel like they would ever leave wrestling 100%. That's a good old hardcore country Mickey James.
Yeehaw.
As much as I would like for that to be true, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love if she wrestled till she was 80. I would go see her all the time.
I mean, just give her a program until she's
Yeah.
80. That's
Okay.
all. Long-term booking.
You know, I also thought of at one point Dolph Ziggler too, because I just feel like
Mhm.
he's that one who will never truly leave professional wrestling. I feel like he can go forever and ever. But Emily, who you got?
I say good old George South.
Yes, that's what I said.
It's Laura.
He ain't leaving anytime soon. He just got booked on
Nope.
GCW.
He's going to be doing that spray tan. Yep.
He just got booked for GCW Charlotte, so that's gonna be interesting to watch.
Look, can you confirm or deny if George South's water company has sponsored this episode?
I mean, I don't know. Chris Riddle was the one who first brought it up. So Chris Riddle, you
Chris,
tell
what's
us
up with
that.
I said Mr. Number One, George South.
I didn't plan this, by the way.
It's just he's not that far off. It's just logic.
He's in his 50s, Chris.
He's in his
This is taking
50s.
an unexpected turn.
Wait, he's in his 50s?
He's in his 50s. 20 years ago.
Hold on. I'll look him
so
up.
we-
Not that old.
So we have a tie right now. Who did Emily say again?
George
George
South.
South.
Oh, okay,
South.
so never mind. We got 3 votes for
Hold
George
on,
South, 2
hold on.
votes for Natalia.
George South is 59 years old.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jen, we moved to you.
So I did finally think of somebody. It's not somebody I want to mention, not somebody I like. I really don't.
I already know who it
Yeah.
is.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling I know who it is.
He's advertised as coming up to having his last wrestling match ever, but we all know that's not going to stick. I said Ric Flair. Boom.
I
Oh.
thought about that.
I did too, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't say Terry Funk is because he's been diagnosed with dementia.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I
you
thought
know?
he was still wrestling, but he's not. So
I have another answer. I have
Okay.
2 other answers. Ricky Morton.
I thought about Ricky Morton.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ricky Morton and Jimmy Valiant. That motherfucker ain't never gonna stop.
Well, how old is Jimmy Valiant now?
Jimmy
He's
Valiant?
80.
79.
He'll be
Yeah,
80. We're in a big
Okay,
party
well,
with him.
well,
Yeah, Jimmy Valiant's pretty damn close then.
I don't think he
Ricky
really
Morton
wrestles
just wrestled
anymore,
at
though.
GCW.
Yeah.
Like, so that's also a good pick.
Okay, so we got, like I said, 2 votes for George, or 3 votes for George South, 2 votes for Natalia. I don't know. I would say we can go with George South and Natalia.
Yeah.
One male and one female.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't. Did you when you put this idea? Sorry to interrupt. When you put this idea together, did you imagine it turning into the George South and Natalia show?
No, I did. No, I did not. I thought of Natalia, but then also I think Sting probably is gonna.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest with
Sting,
you.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, moving on. So Jose, pick a number 1 through 40, and I'll let you know if it's already been chosen.
I know this number hasn't been chosen. I thought of something funnier than 24. I'm gonna choose 25.
Okay, so number 25. Who would you most like to party with?
Oh,
Oh,
I know Emily's answer.
I got multiple answers.
Who
Does
do you think would be the funniest or who do you think would be the best to party with?
Like that can keep up with me.
I'm gonna be very biased with my answer, but I don't fucking care.
So this has to be somebody that we've not partied with, right? Like, okay.
No, I don't think so.
This person.
I don't know my answer, to be honest.
Really?
In my mind, I'm just going with what I know is one of Emily's answers because I would also like to do.
Wait, I need to put my 2 answers because I'm gonna have 2 answers.
Okay. If somebody puts George South, I swear.
How do you know none of us have partied with George South? Okay, that's some good water, I'll have you know. He's selling.
Quenching.
And those mystery bags.
The mystery
we're all
bags.
good.
Okay. We'll have Lora Lyons go first.
It's a very selfish thing I'm going to do. So
Okay. Dolph Ziggler.
yes.
Okay. Although he does drink the skinny margaritas. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's all good.
Okay. Jen knew her answer right away.
did. And I'm pretty sure some other people listed her. Liv Morgan. She would be a blast to be party with.
Yes. I had also put Liv Morgan. And I know Emily, that's one of Emily's options too as well.
Yeah, my 2 options are Liv Morgan and Chelsea Green.
Yes.
Those are my 2 girls.
I mean, you got to bring the hot mess to there.
I was going to
too.
say, you know.
we are the 3
Right.
hot messes. Are you kidding me? We literally are the 3 hot messes.
Now, Chris, I'm interested to know yours because you were
So-
asking, could it be somebody you've already partied with?
Well, no, I have not.
Oh,
so,
I just thought about another fun answer though.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I think there's multiple possibilities. I think there would be a lot of entertainment. I think there would be a lot of good fashion advice. I said Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch for multiple reasons.
I just thought of Melina Perez too as well.
Oh.
Jose, let's go.
I've not partied with this person. I love talking to them whenever I get to see them. I would want to party with Mia Yim.
Mia,
just
I
saying.
will say this. Mia's not much of a partier though. So
Yeah, that's why I didn't say her.
yeah.
That's fair, but still, I would kick it with her.
We are a fan of Mia Yim here on the Riddle Squad, a Wrestling Gal crossover episode. She is now the current #1 contender against Jordan Grace coming up at Impact Emergence. Let's go. Main event Mia and main event Perazo it was. So this one we have some mixed answers. I mean, we have Liv Morgan. We have some other good answers.
Liv's winning.
I definitely feel like
I would
Liv's a
vote
good
for Liv.
one. Yeah.
Liv,
Okay.
Liv is great.
Lora Lyons, I know you can freely have Dolph Ziggler, it seems. We'll be partying with Liv Morgan.
Well, hot dog.
I feel like Laura has no issues with that.
That's a party of 2.
Absolutely 0 issues with that.
I feel like Laura would like a private party.
Not the AEW tag team.
Jen, Pocket Volcano, you are next on the docket. Pick a number 1 through 40.
39.
Okay. Who do you think has the best tattoos in professional wrestling?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh,
I already know what Jen's gonna say.
So do I. At least I think so. I have 2 though.
Damn.
Two.
I think I have 2 too.
Can it be an indie wrestler? Or no?
Sure.
Okay,
Or
why not?
I'm pretty sure I know Jen's answer. Maybe. I think so.
Probably.
I'm gonna put an indie wrestler as like my second option, but
Okay.
yeah.
I have 2. Because one is just like iconic to me. And then the other, I just think just in general.
Yeah, I definitely have 2.
Me too.
So.
Ow.
What happened?
Are you
Keep that
okay?
in. Keep that in.
You hitting your head on your own mic.
Ow. This is why I'm retired.
Okay, I know Laura had her answers. I just want to see if I'm right with Jen. Jen, can you please share first?
Well, I do have 2. The first one I thought of immediately, but the second one, so one's male, one's female. The first one was Malachi Black,
Oh, okay.
and the second one is Shotzi.
Okay.
I think both of them are just absolute works of art. Their tattoos are gorgeous on them.
Malachi wasn't one I thought of, but you're absolutely right.
Who did you think?
So I thought you were going to say Ruby Soho.
Oh, yeah.
And then also to me, like, just because it's iconic, Randy Orton's like wing tattoo, like that to me is just always a staple of him. And obviously like the barbed wire on his arm. So I said Randy Orton and Ruby Soho.
Also good things.
Now I know Laura also had 2. So Laura, please share. Brody King and CM Punk has those iconic tattoos. Brody King too.
Yep.
We all have different answers so far. Jose, let's see who you got.
So I did match one answer. I also had Randy Orton. I'm very interested to see like the story behind both sleeves and everything. And also, I chose Lita.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris.
I went with Jen, the first person that came to mind. Tommy N, Alistair, Malachi Black, whatever you want to call him. I mean, it's all over. So
No, Emily, you mentioned an indie wrestler and somebody
Okay.
else.
So my
Who is
mainstream wrestler is Ruby Soho.
Okay.
And then for my indie wrestler, I put Brittany Jade because
yeah.
very iconic red rum tattoo right here on her stomach.
Right.
I love it. I love it. All her tattoos are so gorgeous.
Okay. So we got 2 votes for Malachi, 2 votes for Randy Orton, and 2 votes for Ruby Soho. But I also think CM Punk has some iconic tattoos as well.
Yeah.
CM Punk's so
So
iconic.
we've got a 3-way tie now, y'all.
That's a threesome right there.
Maybe we should pick one male and one female.
Well, the female then would be Ruby Soho.
Yeah.
So then we
Yeah.
got to decide
Right.
between Randy Orton and Malachi Black.
Malachi.
I can kind of see both, to be honest with you, because it's like I get Randy doesn't have a ton, but I get what you're saying, what like the significance of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So this is tough, but I'm
And,
still
like,
gonna go
seeing
with
them
Malachi.
evolve over the years too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Malachi.
I'm gonna stick with my heart, but Malachi Black by votes has won. I'm gonna stick with my heart
I was
as
gonna
a-
stick with Randy Orton, but
as a
Malachi
former
won.
Randy Orton girl. Gotta stick with my heart, but per the votes, Ruby Soho and Malachi Black have the best tattoos, and that was Jen, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Jen. Lora Lyons, pick a number between 1 and 40.
Well, let's go with number 23.
23. Okay, so I know my answer to this when I first thought of it, but I'm interested to know y'all's. The wrestler who is most likely to own the most pair of shoes.
Oh,
I know my answer.
Do they have to be like, can they be retired?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
But do I want to go like shoes, or do I think sneakerhead? Because shit.
That's true. That's just vague.
This is hard.
I knew my answer right away.
Okay.
mhm.
Okay, I think I know my answer.
I don't think anyone's gonna have the same answer, or they might. I have no clue.
No, I think we might.
You never know.
I feel I might have the same answer as Chris.
I'm gonna kick myself for not saying one person, but I could definitely see the other person that I wrote having it.
We'll have Jen go first.
Popped right into my head. Natalia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You guys like shoes?
Yeah,
Always got shoes.
that's true. That's a good point. She's got her whole collection of everything. She's a fashionista for sure. Lora Lyons, who do you think owns the most pair of shoes? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
We were talking
Sneakerhead.
about sneakerheads. Okay.
No.
Okay. Enzo Amore, I can see that. Jose.
Mine could be a hybrid. I said Nikki Bella.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Chris.
Well, I'm assuming this will count as a wrestler. I said Shane McMahon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one too.
Okay. Nobody said my answer so far. Okay, Emily.
I also said Nikki Bella.
Oh.
Well, how is I not the one that said?
Yeah.
Hmm. No, I said one half of the iconic It couple, Maurice.
Ah,
Damn, that's a good
Oh.
answer too.
Son of a bitch.
well, they don't sell shoes at Bed Bath and Beyond.
She's shown her shoe collection on Ms. and Mrs.
Mhm.
too.
So yeah, I can see that being Nikki Bella. She's kind of a hybrid between her sneakers and her heels and all that stuff. Okay. Maybe you guys have swayed me. I think Nikki Bella, is kind of the best of both worlds in that one too.
I was gonna switch my answer to Maurice just because I've seen her shoes on
Yeah.
Mrs. Mrs. and oh
Right.
my god.
I want
They're
her
both
shoe
great
collection.
answers.
Right. I want her to step on me in her shoes. Anyway.
Not this.
We're keeping that in, by the way.
I think you
Jen
should.
would be mad if you didn't. What?
Okay. Okay, so can we have a vote between Nikki Bella and Maurice
Oh.
then?
This is.
I say Nikki Bella still.
I say Nikki just because of the crossover aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. Laura, who do you think?
Sure, we'll do Nikki Bella.
Okay, I could see that. I still think Maurice is a proper runner-up, though.
Agreed.
yeah.
Absolutely. Love Maurice.
Okay,
Also,
so
I'm mad I didn't think of Natty too, but
yeah. Okay, so we'll start back up. Emily J.
Oh god.
I will tell you if the number's been picked yet.
33.
We have not done 33 yet. Okay, who is the most likely next to have a film made about their life? Like, whose life story do you think has enough impact or significance to where filmmakers would want to make it into a movie? That hasn't yet. This one I didn't even.
Fuck, I need to hold on. I don't know if this person has had one though.
Can look it up if you want.
What would you call it? A documentary?
no,
Could be
not necessarily documentary, but just like a biopic.
Or it could
Like
be
the
definitely-
Page movie. That's
Yeah.
what you're talking
Yeah,
about,
like
right?
Fighting with my
that-
family.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then period. I can use those.
I don't think they have. Okay.
Mine shouldn't have one. I'd be shocked if they did because that would be news to me.
I told her away.
Okay, Laura, you got your answer too?
I
Okay.
do. My thumb just kind of went down.
Okay, we'll start with Laura. Macho Man.
Macho
Randy
Man.
Savage.
Good
Oh.
answer.
Oh gosh, that would be good.
That would be a good answer.
Yes, it would.
Okay.
I'm mad I didn't choose that.
Me too.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I want to see that.
That would surely be
Right?
interesting. Well, obviously there's been like television shows or like series about it, but like a whole
Right.
film is a whole other entity. I said somebody who we kind of were just talking about. They've had their own reality show. They have the thing coming up on, is it Vice or A&E or whatever? The Bella Twins. I could see their life being made into a
Mhm.
movie with everything they've done between professional wrestling, like philanthropy, like pop culture wise, like everything. I could see them being in that market for one someday. I don't think right now, but
Their
I think
memoir was great as well.
Yeah,
too, if you haven't heard or read
I
it.
I think that they will definitely have a full out film sometime.
I can definitely see that.
Jan, let's go with you.
They may never, but if some Hollywood exec knew their story, I think they would pick it up because they've been through so much. They were never supposed to make it, but he did. And John Moxley,
Oh yeah,
That's a great
yeah.
That
answer.
would be great. Yeah.
like the whole redemption story shouldn't have made it. Can you imagine having scenes from his CZW shit on the big screen? Like, that'd be amazing.
Jose.
So I went with someone that like just like hearing their Hall of Fame speech, like seeing what they've gone through professionally, just like knowing like some info about like how they got up into the business. I chose Edge.
I would cry. I would cry. I love that man.
Ella and I would be at the midnight opening.
We would. Chris, let's hear your answer.
So I went with a legend who just got put into the Hall of Fame, and I can see them doing this because they're doing a lot of productions with him, and there's so much to work with. I said The Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, has John Cena had a movie made about his life yet? He's been in movies.
Nope.
Is he?
No.
I definitely think at some point John Cena is definitely
Yeah.
going to have like a full out movie made about him too.
Mhm.
Emily.
I did John Moxley
Mm.
because I've seen him. Like he was my first ever like favorite wrestler. If anybody remembers those Ambrose days, my all red Ambrose. But literally, like knowing his story and how far he's came, like it's crazy. And
Mhm.
especially recently, like with everything that he went through, like it'd be crazy just to see it like all that on the big screen and see that like now he's like AEW's intern champ. That's great. would
I like
cry.
the idea of John Moxley. I think that'd be a powerful one. What do we think?
Oh, I would be crying.
I think it's between Moxley and Macho Man for me.
Yeah.
Like both
Same.
because the Macho Man casting, like who's gonna
Yes.
play, like you've got to pick somebody really intense to play him. My God, who would play Elizabeth? Who would play Hogan? Who would play this one? Who would play that one?
Mhm.
But like Moxley would probably end up being kind of a tearjerker too, if you think
Yeah.
about it.
And
Like,
Moxley's is gonna include like Roman.
yeah, like
Yeah.
both are really good.
And Havoc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I want to see both of those. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Tough
seems like the
choice.
consensus
Why
is
am I
pretty.
tearing up? Like thinking about Moxley's.
Yeah, I would say Moxley and Macho Man. Yeah, I think those.
Yeah.
I definitely hope they would. I think they would be big draws.
I feel like a movie about the life of the Macho Man would be
Yeah.
like a big ass film too.
It would.
Yes, it would be.
Because like that's a name that like even if you're not a big wrestling fan, like
you know who the Macho
Yeah.
Man is.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one, Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank ya.
So John Moxley and Macho Man Randy Savage. Okay, I think we're pretty in agreement on those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Chris, you are up.
So I am going to say what's better than picking number 25 is number 24.
Oh, okay. Who do you think is who do you think would be the nicest in real life?
That we haven't met already?
I don't know. It's a tough one.
You already know who my answer is gonna be, so
Yeah, because it's actually my answer too.
especially for
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, not for the sake of being obvious, but just because I feel like big duh, they have to be.
My answer is different than everybody else's, but it's true.
Mine's probably
North
really
South.
good, too.
It's
George
damn
South.
George
I
South.
swear to God. Laura, do you have
George-
yours?
I do.
Okay, we'll have you go first.
All right.
Roddy
Roddy
Piper.
Piper. Aw.
He was so incredibly great when I met him. We talked for like 15 minutes. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, he kissed me on the cheek. So,
Oh.
Aw.
Okay, Laura. Okay. Now I'm gonna have Jen go next and then me because I feel like the rest of the three you're gonna have the same answer. So Jen, please enlighten us.
I cheated because I know they are this nice. I went Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
he is
I
great.
mean, for as much success as she's gotten, she's never once like changed who she is as a person, and she's the
No,
best.
like I text Mia like it's one of you guys. Like Mia, for
Yeah.
those who don't know, like friendly with all of us here. Like Mia and I just chat about. It's usually nothing wrestling related either.
Yeah. Yeah, Mia Yim, I've met her twice too. The first time she was great. She threw me her shirt at NXT. She was great. And then obviously getting to meet her at Dallas was a whole great experience too. I put somebody though who I've met who like honestly is the nicest person I've ever met is Rhea Ripley. The first time I met her was at NXT where, you know, after the show they go around like meeting people like near their bus and whatever. like Rhea Ripley hopped the guardrail. Like we cleared a path for her so she could hop the guardrail to speak to this kid in this wheelchair. And it was just the most like wholesome thing ever. This reaction she had with this kid. She literally went around to everybody. She was so humble. She was so nice with me too as well. And so like for that point, like Rhea hopped the guardrail. Ripley is forever an iconic moment in my mind. And like she's just like the sweetest person I ever met, to be honest, like just not only with me but with everybody there, and like just her whole attitude and mentality. For me, she's like honestly the nicest person that I've met in real life. I know Emily just go on.
Okay, so
should we just all show it at the same time?
Yeah, I went with someone I didn't meet, but yeah.
I'm already cheating. Mine is Miss Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan.
So
I met her. She was nice too. Yeah.
She is by far the sweetest person I've ever met. She knew I was spending my birthday by myself and literally went out of her way to make sure I had a good birthday, and literally goes above and beyond for anything for me. She is the person I talk to when like I'm struggling in wrestling. She'll help me, and like she is truly like a big sister to me and like a best friend.
I put her down just because, like, I've never met her, but just even on television, like, the woman comes across, like, so damn genuine.
Oh my God,
There's no way she can't be like that in real life. Like,
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly why I put her down too. Because I mean, if I was gonna put down people that I met, like obviously I could say Mia, I could say Mickey, I could say Victoria, like just so many different stories I have with them. But just like, you can't help but to not want to like live just because it feels like what you see is very much what you get.
Yeah.
And then knowing Emily's stories, it very much is the case.
Yeah.
damn, these are all good.
I met Liv Morgan too in April. She was super nice, and obviously knowing everything like she's done for Emily, I could have said so many other people, but just for me, genuinely, everyone I've met, it was Rhea Ripley. I don't know. Liv Morgan is a definitely viable option though.
Yeah. She comes across so genuine on TV. Like she doesn't bother to hide her emotions either.
Mhm.
We knew something was going to happen at Money
Yeah.
in the Bank because of her face.
Mhm.
Like, how can you not think somebody like that is just the best?
Right.
Liv Morgan. So Liv Morgan. Okay. Big
Okay.
fan of Liv Morgan.
I don't know, that
here in
Rhea
Wrestling
story's pretty
Gal.
good too, though. That's definitely
It
runner
is,
up.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, just because she was also like I said, she was going around and talking to everybody too as well, and basically everyone was like, thank you for stopping, and she's like, yeah, like I was a fan once myself. I'm giving back to the people who have like supported me and everything. I don't remember the exact wording she said, but she was just very humble and like literally hopped the guardrail, almost fell down, dropped her backpack. I was like, girl. But she literally went out of her way for like so many people that night when she was the women's champ. She didn't have to, you know. That's just something that's always stuck out in my mind. But Liv Morgan is definitely really, really nice and really amazing as well. Oh my God.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I can stick with Liv Morgan. Jose, you are next.
All right. Well, in the spirit of SpongeBob references, I'll go with 6.
Okay.
I'll spare y'all. the-
Oh, okay. Okay. Emily, you can't put yourself with one of these other people. Who is the most iconic friendship duo in professional wrestling?
But I don't want
Oh.
to break kayfabe. Damn. All right.
Why can't I put myself?
We're gonna
What the hell?
put. Do we want to put on screen or like in real life? Okay, how about this? We'll do on screen and then in real life as well.
What if my answer is for both?
That's
Oh
fine.
shit! You know what? That is a good one. Oh wait, no, I'll go with this one. Wait, I think I have two. I have two answers.
Mine kind of applies too.
Mine's really obvious, but it just makes sense.
I got two. Yeah, I got two
In
answers.
the past, like it was like on screen in the past.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It doesn't have to be current per se. Did I say today?
George South and George South.
George
George
South
South and Rocky King.
Okay, I have two
George South and
answers,
the whole
So
but
do I.
I mean they're both kind of obvious if we're being honest.
Yeah, probably. Emily, we'll have you go first.
Oh, I did Ruby and Liv.
Okay. Okay.
They're just iconic together.
Yeah.
I don't claim the other one. Sorry about it. Sorry about it.
Well then,
Chris.
I went with the obvious Chris Riddle choice and said Team Bestie, Trish Stratus, and Lita
Oh,
because it makes sense on screen and off screen.
Okay. I didn't. Okay. I feel. Man, I should have thought about that one. Jose.
I had two obvious answers.
So-
I also said Team Bestie, Trish Stratus, and Lita. And I don't know why this didn't come to me first thing. The New Day.
Oh yeah.
Well, besties.
Yeah. Oh damn, y'all.
Wait
got
a
two
minute.
answers.
What about the Bellas? No, did nobody say the
But that's
Bellas?
not friendship. That's family.
Well, they could not like each other.
They didn't like each
They
other in
didn't like
2014.
each other.
She died in the womb.
They didn't like each other for a whole 2 months across 10 years. It doesn't count.
We'll
What about that
continue-
one off in ECW?
That doesn't
We'll
count.
continue in order, Jen.
I also put Liv Ruby, but I also included Sarah because I know how long Ruby and Sarah have known each other on the independents, and then Liv just kind of fit together. And Sarah's the one who got them on farm life, like, and they're all live like close to each other on their different farms.
I
And
didn't know
they're
that.
so cute. Sarah got when Ruby was debuting. Sarah brought her son Cash and showed up, and she had no idea. Ruby had no idea she was going to be there. So they all just click together so really well.
Okay. Lora
Even different
Lyons?
companies, and one's
Yeah.
not wrestling, sort of wrestling anymore. But yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can agree with that. Lora Lyons.
Okay, this is like a really long answer, and it also shows my age. So I'm just going to put it out there.
Okay.
Off-screen Miss.
No,
Yeah.
I know this.
Oh,
Miz,
on
because-
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for those who can't see it, I know this because these are my guys too. The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Matt Cardona, and John Morrison, they have this iconic photo at all of each other's weddings. I mean,
Yeah.
besides poor Dolph. They've been friends for the longest time. I mean, Dolph calls him Broski. Dolph's been on Miz TV, had the whole thing with John. They teamed together on television at one point. And also Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA. And Magnum TA. Okay.
That one's good too because it's like the original buddies
Yeah.
on TV.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So mine,
Damn.
I'm shocked that nobody said either of these pairs. I said Sasha Banks and Bailey or the Iconics.
Oh,
aka
yeah.
The
Yeah, those are both
Inspiration. So originally, I will say I put an underrated one with Bailey and Carmella because I feel like that's an underrated one. But if we're talking about most iconic, I put Sasha and Bailey and I mean the Iconics too. But also like Ruby, Liv, Sarah. That's a good one too.
I feel like that the
Team
four
Bestie
guys.
too.
No, I
Yeah.
feel like the four guys is like
Yeah.
ooh, that one's good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I
Yeah.
thought of them too with Miz, Dolph, Matt, and John too. That's a good one too. Ooh.
I think my pick's that, to be honest with you,
Mm.
because it's just like not that the other ones are obvious, but they've all been like on screen. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that
that's
one's
a
kind of
real
like a real,
friendship.
but it's been like so long.
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
And there's different combinations of them that have been involved on. I think at
Yeah.
some point or another
Yeah.
they've all feuded with each other.
Yeah.
So
I would give
I'm
it a
going
vote.
with that one. Yeah.
Me too. I mean, those are my guys too.
Stick with mine.
Okay.
But I definitely see those four guys. Like,
Okay. So I mean, it seems like majority now is in favor of the Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Matt Cardona, and John Morrison, John Hennigan. Lots of names, but also
Johnny
Ruby,
Impact, Johnny-
Ruby,
Johnny Elite.
Riot Squad though definitely. an
Riot
honorable
Squad's definitely
mention.
runner up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know they all live near each other either.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Jen, you have the floor next for a question.
I will go with number 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
nobody's picked number one before
No,
now.
no. Who do we think is the most athletic?
In bed or
Man, most athletic in the ring.
That needs to be your teaser clip for this episode.
Can that please be your teaser clip?
No.
I have someone that's very underrated, but you're all gonna agree with them.
I feel like mine's an obvious one, but I don't
That's
care.
obvious.
I don't care.
there's
Mine
a
is-
lot of choices.
Mine may
Oh,
be the same as
no.
yours.
Oh no, there is somebody who is an underrated one though.
It is once I say who it is, you're gonna be like, oh my god, how did we not think of that person?
I have two
Oh.
now. I have an underrated one and an obvious one because
Oh,
this
I need it.
person, this underrated one I put has just impressed me so much, and I'm like, oh my god, how do you do this?
I'm putting somebody y'all are not gonna get.
Mine's obvious.
We'll have Jose go first.
Okay, so my person, keeping with the underrated pick, I think she's phenomenal. I feel like she does not get nearly enough credit or respect for the things that she does in the ring. I said Sunny Kiss.
Oh,
Period.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Lora Lyons. Claudio.
Claudio,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. He's one I thought of too.
He's amazing in person too.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm. Emily, we'll stick with this side.
Okay, I'll make sure y'all can't see my DoorDash person.
Never
I did
mind.
Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was obvious.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that girl can
Yeah.
move.
Okay. Jen.
I picked the current Ring of Honor champion, Jonathan Gresham. Like seeing his progression from I first saw him in person in 2013, and seeing him develop into what he is now, it's fucking amazing. Like he's ridiculous.
Chris Riddle, please share.
I went back to my original crush because these are all great answers, but it's the first name that came to mind. I said John Morrison / Johnny Nitro / Johnny Impact / Johnny Mundo / Johnny Elite / Johnny Bang Bang
/ Johnny Down Under new champion that just won yesterday. So King. Definitely agree with that. John Morrison was one. Actually, I guess I would say I have 3 answers. John Morrison, yeah, definitely agree. My first wrestling crush as well. I did also say Bianca Belair. But I also said an underrated pick was Vita Von Starr. She's a former circus performer too as well. If you guys have not seen her wrestle, that girl can do so many incredible things in the ring with her body and all of that. She is so athletic. If you have not seen her, highly suggest watching her stuff. She's
What did you say her first name was?
Vita Von Starr.
Vita?
Yeah, VITA, former Ring of Honor. She's part of the Righteous. She's amazing. Highly suggest watching her stuff. To me, she would be probably the most athletic person I've ever seen. But yeah, also for me, John Morrison and Bianca Belair. We have some variety in here.
So look, I cannot believe we went through this whole conversation and did not say the names Kofi Kingston or Naomi.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I was just about to bring that up.
Yes, because of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh my. Not even just the Royal Rumble, but like some of the stuff that they pull out, is just like, how do you even think of
but
it?
that's what came to my mind.
But with that being said, Claudio's the pick. Especially after swinging somebody off on the top of a Hell in a Cell a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Jen, don't fantasize too much over there. We can see you.
My hands are right here.
But
it's
also
fine.
Naomi. Damn.
Or Sasha.
Damn.
I feel like we could pick one for a girl and one for a guy. Like, guy, it's
okay. I can agree on Claudio. There's so many for the girls, though.
I would still stick with Sunny Kiss, though.
Okay.
I'm firm on that one.
They're
So
amazing.
I think we're all kind of like deadlocked on this one. There's so many options, which is a good thing, you know.
I'll go with Sunny Kiss, actually. She never gets the recognition.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never have an issue with giving them credit, so definitely Sunny Kiss.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's like no disrespect to like Claudio to anyone else.
Yeah.
It's just she really.
But everybody knows that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Laura will be picking the last question if you guys are cool with that.
You should have Anime come and attack and take over for the last question.
If you want. Okay. Is that okay with you, Laura? We can have Anime come in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think I'll pick number 2, but don't any of y'all do number 2, okay?
Now, okay. So this one, I'm telling y'all, if none of y'all say this person who I was initially thinking of, I'm gonna be very mad. So number 2, Anime, the best ring gear game. That is a staple question of a wrestling gal. If you listen, I love talking about ring gear. There is somebody, if you've listened, who has consistently popped up amongst the independent wrestlers who I absolutely agree with. If none of y'all say this person's name, I'm gonna be absolutely disappointed. However, there is some other good options, but I'm just saying, if at least one of y'all don't say this person's name.
There is one just like bashed into my brain like immediately.
I have two. I have two.
Mine stuck out like a sore thumb.
I have two.
Mine are obvious.
But
I only have one, but I'm just like, the one is enough.
yeah.
You're gonna be so proud of me for choosing this one, Ella.
You better. Oh, I think I know who you're gonna say, but it's not who I put. Okay, okay, everybody's got. Okay, Emily, we'll have you go first.
Deanna.
Yeah, I knew as soon as you said that. Yes, absolutely agreed. She takes a lot of history-inspired inspiration from different eras. We've seen her as kind of the Pope. She has a great jacket game. I love her ring gear too. I'm gonna go last. We're gonna go clockwise. Keep going. Chris Riddle, please share.
So these are all WWE. I said Bianca Belair, especially with her doing the shorts lately, look awesome, changing it up a bit. Not that the tights weren't awesome as well. And some people hate these, but I love them because they are heels, and this is exactly what they're supposed to do. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are so damn over the top that it is effing amazing, and that man wore lace at WrestleMania, and I have not been okay ever since.
Okay, agreed. The Seth and Becky definitely goes with their whole gimmicks, characters. Bianca Belair makes her own gear too. Always on points. She's always serving looks. I can agree with all of those. Jose?
Now, my person may not make their own gear, but damn it, like when it comes to like big moments, they always have something that is just chef's kiss. I went with the Blueprint, the boss, Sasha Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Sailor
The
Moon
Royal
stuff
Rumble
is great.
gear? Yeah, the
Yes.
Sailor Moon gear?
Oh.
Oh.
The WrestleMania 37 gear, just
Oh
like,
my god. Remember my reaction when she came out wearing that?
she
Oh my
doesn't
god.
miss.
Now, thank you, because that's the answer. That's one of the answers I was looking for, and
Yeah.
I would have been very mad if nobody said Sasha Banks. So I've asked this question probably at least 20, 30 times on a wrestling gal, and Sasha Banks has been a good 50% of the answers, and rightfully so, amongst everybody I've talked to. I mean, like you said, the Royal Rumble gear, WrestleMania 37. I mean, Mikazi, you do great work, homie. Oh my God, she is always serving. I'll say my other answer last. We'll continue with Jen.
These are all great answers. There's somebody that just popped into my mind because big moments and little moments, I mean, she always comes dressed to impress. Taya Valkyrie.
Oh,
That is a good answer.
Oh,
That is a very good answer.
Even just like regular matches.
I was
she
gonna
has
say,
that,
like,
that
well-
Louis Vuitton like robe and just her gear. It's just
even her streetwear and like backstage segments and everything
Yes.
is always on point.
so.
I agree with that. She has like the beautiful like veil train too going on that she's been doing on NWA too as well, and obviously on Impact. Ty Valkyrie's always serving too. I like everybody's choices so far.
She brought it to Prestige Wrestling too for so just like and she came in through the crowd like
Yeah.
they're very tightly packed, had that jacket on, everything.
Agreed.
That's a good one.
Lora Lyons, you are next.
Well, anime.
Dalton
Dalton
Castle.
Castle.
Dalton
Yeah.
Castle's a good
I
one
love
too.
me some Dalton Castle.
Dalton Castle, an underrated pick, I feel. For me, I obviously said Sasha Banks is one, but one I feel who's had, the best gear of her life is
Don't
Japanese.
eat it then.
Is Japanese inspired. I'm talking about Billy Starks. I think
Yes!
Jen can attest
Billy
to
Starks
this,
is a good
at
answer
least.
too.
I'm so fucking proud of that girl.
I love her personally, but when she debuted this most recent gear set, like the Japanese inspired with all the different colors and the fit, and her hair goes along with it with the half blue, half blonde, I feel like the whole ensemble is just on point too. I feel like somebody else who is always on point is Liv Morgan. Her streetwear and her ring gear too.
Mhm.
That Britney thing she had at Elimination Chamber.
You want to talk about making the best out of cultural restrictions? Holy crap!
Everybody at Elimination
Yeah,
Chamber.
yeah.
Literally all of the girls.
Yeah.
Goodness. Okay.
Damn, this may be the toughest one the whole show.
I think so. I was hoping y'all would pick this number because it's a staple of a wrestling gal, man.
I also
And-
would have said Kana because
Mhm.
Yeah.
Japan and in the US, I mean,
Mhm.
she's unreal. But
But I would definitely probably say Asuka as Kana more than Kana
Yeah.
as Asuka.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Japan. Well, I mean, Finn's outfits in Japan too. You got to give some credit. Well, I mean, I guess that's more face paint. But
There's a lot of answers here.
Oh my god, I don't know though. Sasha's sticking with me pretty good,
Yeah.
and
Sasha,
then
yeah.
the Deanna. Especially, I always go back to when she main evented Dynamite, and my jaw literally dropped when she walked out.
She
yeah,
said
and that
too,
was a
that
reference to her
favorite
Ring of
gear.
Honor days
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So like those two, the Taya one's really good. Dalton's good for the men. Seth wore lace at WrestleMania. And I've not
God,
been the
there's a
same
lot of
ever
people that have like
since.
good gear and iconic gear too. Because like you think about like some of the stuff Trish has worn back in the day.
Mhm. Or
Stuff that
even
Nikki pulls
Trish's
out.
retirement stuff. Like Trish's comeback stuff is good. Lita's comeback stuff.
Yeah.
The evolution gear for the two of them was excellent.
Mhm.
Like we should just call this a tie with all of our picks.
Okay. But I'm glad that Jose, thank you for saying Sasha Banks. I would have been very sad because
No, you have to
I agree.
acknowledge greatness where
She's
greatness
top
lies.
tier.
I
All
feel
the
like
people we
Sasha's the
named.
ultimate. It's
Yeah.
between Sasha and Deanna for me, I feel like.
Yeah.
And they're
I
both
agree.
excellent.
I can agree with that one. So, I mean, you know, I think I'm gonna end it with a question that I want to do since I
Oh,
haven't
no.
gotten to pick. I actually haven't gotten to pick. I haven't looked at
Oh, this
them
is a good
yet.
point. Yeah.
I haven't gotten to pick. Oh man, I don't know. Oh yeah, I want to do this one. So we're gonna end it with me picking a question because I really wanted somebody to pick this one. It's number 14. It is who has the best wrestling Twitter account?
Oh.
I feel like there's two answers.
We
though,
have to
be
talk about an
honest.
actual wrestler though, right?
Yes.
Why'd you have to say that? I had someone else.
Yes, it
Okay.
has to be a wrestler. What wrestler has the best Twitter game?
I'm still putting you know who down as an alternate. I don't care.
I feel like
I'm
there's
breaking the
two
rules.
answers. For me, there's two answers.
Well, I have one answer that's a non-wrestler, but it's a wrestling account.
Oh, can it be
Okay,
Stanford?
technically two. I think we're thinking the same thing, Jose. I mean, he's wrestled before. If we're thinking the same person.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Damn, who am I thinking of?
I have two.
I really can't. I
I
gotta
have
think
two as
about
well.
what wrestler this is.
I can't believe this has even taken anybody this long. Like
You
this
got
is
it.
the
I mean,
this is the easiest
I
one.
will put the
Mhm.
I
I
will
have
put
two.
the obvious one.
I have two answers.
Come here, you little
both of these
shithead.
better be named too.
Okay, I have two answers. One is a wrestler / wrestling personality, and then the other one is just you have to acknowledge them.
We have the same answers.
Yes, we have
I'm
to.
pretty sure.
We have the same answer.
I'll be
Okay.
damned if we don't.
I'm gonna go with the less obvious. Jen, can you go first, please?
Yes. And this person does count because they have wrestled in the past before, even though they don't do it right now. Stokely Hathaway.
Yes. That is one of the right answers.
This is the right answer. I will
Yeah.
Menace.
I will throw my tiny
Menace.
hands.
Is he still banned from Zaxby's?
Oh, you know what? I just thought of a third option though. Okay. Lora Lyons. I'm very interested to see yours. I just
Mhm.
thought of a third option.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Oh, okay. Matt
Matt
Cardona and
Effie is a
Effie.
good
Effie is a good
one.
answer.
Effie's a
Effie's
good
very
one.
underrated. Yeah, that's
And
good.
Matt, I'm into figures and stuff, so I like Matt, so that makes sense too.
Okay. Emily.
Mine is Scott Hall because I miss his tweets.
Oh,
I miss his tweets. I will still always keep the one where he said you need a personality transplant and you don't.
You know who has good comebacks too and ripping people is Kevin Nash too.
yes, I
Kevin
love
Nash is
Kevin's
actually
Twitter.
surprisingly good.
Love Kevin's Twitter.
One. The
Aw.
one where he said you're a cock.
Yeah.
I miss his tweets.
Oh,
I'm gonna have Jose and Chris go last because I want to share mine. I said Stokely Hathaway. I also thought of while we were talking about this Faye Jackson because I think she created some iconic
Yes.
moments, like the
Yeah.
trial of Faye Jackson and all of that. But I also said, I mean, rack up Natalia, man. This feud with Natalia has had some iconic moments too for me. So those are my three. Chris and Jose, y'all can duke it out.
Wait, Chris, do you want to do the actual wrestling one first or the non-wrestler first?
We'll just hold them up. So the answers, the correct answer is Natalia and her assistant.
Yeah.
With a special shout out to Skinny Mysterio, Taryn, on Twitter.
Yeah.
That is the answer.
I did have Taryn, but I had Stokely.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I was
Sorry,
getting ready to
Stoke.
write down Terry.
Greatness.
I know who y'all were thinking of.
Natty has stepped up her game.
No. I'll have you know that earlier today, at the time of
He's
recording,
pulling out the receipts.
Natty tweeted, and I quote, "Was it something I said, Rhonda, you monotone conspiracy theorist pillow fist bitch?"
Holy moly! I got to start paying more attention.
So if we're going actual wrestlers, it's got to be Stokely and Natalia, with a special shout out to Skinny Mysterio, aka Live or Leave, aka Leave or Live, aka some other
Taryn.
stuff, probably Taryn.
Whose best tweet of all time, by the way, is not related to Liv Morgan. Her best tweet of all time is Butch, why I on ass?
I'm glad that y'all understood the assignment.
But those are the answers. Like, you know.
Man, I mean, come on. I mean, Natalia, Stokely Hathaway, aka Malcolm Velli. I mean, even that pop-up in that Dakota Kai video that he did was iconic.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
the
God.
Bussy challenge.
Fuck.
Playing the Scooby-Doo.
Let's not forget about Natty, as you said recently, doing a remix of Every Time Rhonda had her boobs out, to which I named it Rack Up, the Natty Nine remix.
So we've also low-key determined this has been the show with Natalia, Stokely Hathaway, and George South as consistent.
This is like, you know how WWE does the ultimate and has to come to the final decision?
Yeah.
That's our ultimate.
Yeah, so this has been the 3-year anniversary featuring Natalia, Stokely Hathaway, George South, with a little bit of Liv Morgan in there too as well. There's obviously been a lot of fun.
And of course, Liv is accompanied to the ring for this by Liv or Lee.
Yes. Taryn, we got to have you pull up here. But yeah, so that about wraps up this 3-year anniversary show. Like I said, I had 40 questions altogether. We would be here forever. Maybe we'll have to do a part 2 sometime. Let us know down in the comments below if you'd like to see a part 2 with a bunch of the other questions that I had come up with. But I couldn't have done it with all of you here today. Thank you so much to Emily, Chris, Jose, Jen, and Laura, aka Anna May. It was a lot of fun chatting with all of you. We'll go around. Please share where they can find you on social media. Emily, Jay, we'll start with you. I mean, your ads are pretty easy now. It's all the same.
Yes, my ads are at Emily J Pro. Look out for me on the indie scene, coming very, very soon.
Very, very soon. Chris Riddle, women's wrestling legend.
Stop it. You can follow me on all social media at Chris Riddle, but please don't leave me alone. Thank you.
Don't at
Please,
him
Howard.
if he wins a championship. Just saying. Jose Gonzalez.
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at the Jose Can You See, letters UNC, and twitch.tv/Jose Can You See. We play Fall Guys, we play party games. I get mad at first person shooters. It's a great time had by all.
Which, by the way, I really gotta somehow play Fall Guys with y'all, man.
We need to figure out a
do.
way.
I know. I don't got any of the right devices, y'all, and I don't think my computer can handle it. But I digress. Jen, you play Fall Guys with Jose. Please share where the people can find you.
I'm on Twitter at PocketVolcano, on Instagram at PocketVolcano. Don't add me on Facebook if you don't know me, because I will not accept. That's it.
She probably won't accept you
everybody.
even if she does know
Jen,
you.
you're forgetting one important thing to plug.
Put it over.
Snapchat.
No,
No.
ma'am.
What did you just do?
Am I allowed to?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
You're sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
Okay. I am on.
You know what's funny? She says publicly about her vibrator and all that, but she can't talk about no feet finders.
I'm on feetfinder.com. My tag. My tag on there is altogether Lady Tigress, and that's TYGRESS. So give me a follow. It's very brand new. So yeah, there's that.
Show her some love. And of course, Lora Lyons, aka Anna Mae, can you please share where the people can find you?
Absolutely. You can follow me on Twitter at Circle Sky and on Instagram at Circle Sky 68. And again, I'm like Jen, if I don't know you on Facebook, don't even try.
Don't be coming on her Facebook page.
On the space.
Yeah, don't be coming on the Facebook page.
Don't add us. Just
Yeah.
Honestly, same. Honestly, same.
don't.
Don't add me.
If you ask us if are we open on Facebook, we're going to say no.
No.
Please stop asking and calling me.
Unless you got tacos.
If you wanna
Y'all-
talk to me, you're not
What
open.
kind of tacos, Laura?
Yes, all of the above.
The kind I gotta go through a drive-through to get, and they won't not
Okay.
open.
Those aren't tacos.
To be fair, never mind. We won't go down that road. But yes, that has been all of the lovely guests that we've had here on the 3-year anniversary show. Again, thank you so much to Emily, Chris, Jose, Jen, and Laura / Anna Mae. Again, this has been the 3-year anniversary show of A Wrestling Gal. You can follow me on Twitter at It's Ella J. You're probably already following me since you're here. But if you go to the link tree in my bio, of course, you can find all my links to A Wrestling Gal and all that fun stuff. Thank you so much again for everybody joining me here today, my friends. The debut of the Riddle Squad. This was a lot of fun. It's a different kind of episode, but we definitely need to have a round 2 sometime. What do you think?
For sure.
Oh my God, I'd be down.
Absolutely.
And again, thank you so much. I can't believe it's been 3 whole years of doing this thing called wrestling media and podcasting. It's been a wild journey, and I'm so excited to see what happens. Catch me in Nashville in a few weeks. It's going to be a fun time. So thank you again. This has been the 3-year anniversary show of A Wrestling Gal.